old maps that said, "Here be monsters."
Something seems to be going on this mysterious continent at the South Pole. Antarctica is some kind of alien base.
Beneath Antarctica's icy shell, hidden secrets are coming to light, sparking wonder in all who hear. This vast frozen land, the last untouched wilderness on Earth, conceals enigmas that defy what we know of history and the natural world. What terrifying entities are frozen in time, waiting to be uncovered? Celestial stones. Every single year, our Earth is graced by visits from small rocks and bits of metal that hail from outer space, which we call meteorites. These guests from beyond our world journey down to the surface of our planet, giving those who study the stars and the vast expanse beyond our blue skies a peek into the mysteries of the cosmos. Up until now, the people who study these things have managed to list an impressive total of 69,368 meteorites in a special collection known as the Meteoritical Bulletin Database. This achievement speaks volumes about the dedication to understanding these visitors from space. A large chunk of these meteorites, to be precise about 63% of them, have been found in places on Earth that are not only hard to reach, but also extremely harsh to live in, specifically the polar deserts. When we think of Antarctica, images of vast expanses of ice and bone-chilling temperatures come to mind, not deserts. Yet, it is considered a desert because it hardly ever rains there. In reality, it gets roughly 6 inches of what would be rain elsewhere, but here, it's mostly snow. This results in the interior parts of Antarctica being incredibly dry, with barely any weather changes happening. This absence of weather changes means that the deserts, especially Antarctica, are perfect spots for meteorites to fall and stay almost as they were when they landed. These areas are like natural storage units, keeping the meteorites in such good condition that researchers have an easier time finding and examining them. Since the year 1976, adventurers and scholars have stumbled upon around 42,000 meteorites lying on Antarctica's icy ground, each one offering precious hints about the stars and galaxies far beyond our own. The Sahara Desert, which stretches over the northern part of Africa, is another treasure trove for finding meteorites. But unlike the frozen landscape of Antarctica, the Sahara's blistering heat and dryness protect these space rocks in a different manner. Nomads traversing its wide expanse and those on the hunt for treasures, especially after the year 1995, have uncovered over 14,000 meteorites. Their efforts, driven by a mix of curiosity and the hope of discovering something truly extraordinary, have greatly expanded the collection of meteorites that science recognizes today. Furthermore, the Arabian Peninsula, with Oman leading the charge, has also shown itself to be a rich source for meteorite findings. In this area, about 4,200 meteorites have been found, broadening the range of places across our planet where these space remnants decide to make their landing. Every find in Oman adds more to our pool of knowledge about the stuff floating in space that sometimes visits our Earth. The hunt for meteorites leads those interested in them, and the scientists dedicated to their study into some of the most challenging and harsh conditions Earth has to offer. They travel from the frozen stretches of Antarctica to the burning dunes of the Sahara and through the tough terrain of Oman. Each meteorite that's discovered not only grows the list in the Meteoritical Bulletin Database, but also sheds light on what our solar system is made of and the secrets that lie beyond in the universe. This ongoing mission to find and analyze meteorites highlights the unending curiosity humans have about space and our eagerness to learn more about our position within this vast universe. From the quiet, icy deserts of Antarctica to the intense heat of the Sahara's sands, our Earth nurtures pieces of the universe, tucked away in its most extreme corners. The perfect freeze. Antarctica is known as the top spot on Earth to find meteorites, but the reason isn't what you might initially think. It's not that a higher number of meteorites fall there compared to other places around the world. In fact, meteorites are just as likely to end up in any location on Earth. The real reason Antarctica is so special is because it's incredibly good at keeping these space rocks well preserved and easy to find. The icy surroundings of the continent help keep the meteorites in great condition, almost as if they've just arrived from space. Picture a landscape where space rocks sit against a vast background of white ice, standing out sharply and making them much easier to spot than they would be elsewhere. This natural setting acts almost like a highlighter, making the meteorites more visible to those looking for them. However, Antarctica's ability to showcase meteorites goes beyond just its icy surface. The continent features special places called meteorite stranding zones. These zones are where various geological conditions, the movement of ice, and the climate all come together perfectly to collect and keep meteorites. Imagine these areas as natural collection points, where meteorites end up after being transported by the ice, simplifying the task for researchers to locate them. To aid in this frosty search for meteorites, scientists use satellites to look for them from above. These advanced tools are essential for identifying where to look for meteorites on the ground. By studying images from satellites, scientists can find areas where conditions are just right for meteorites to be, improving their chances of discovering these ancient stones. And when we talk about ancient, we're referring to meteorites that have been on Earth for more than 1 million years. These aren't ordinary rocks. They're like windows into the distant past, containing secrets about the universe that scientists are excited to explore. Thanks to its perfect conditions for preservation, the clear visibility against ice, unique geological zones, and satellite assistance, Antarctica is unmatched for finding and studying meteorites. The continent's capability to keep these visitors from space nearly untouched gives researchers an exceptional chance to examine the materials that make up our solar system, revealing mysteries about the cosmos that are, in a way, frozen in time. Beneath the cold cover of Antarctica, there's a hidden collection of space jewels, frozen over time, offering us a peek into the far-reaching history of the universe. Meteorite mysteries. When we dive into the fascinating world of meteorites, think of it as trying to understand their spread around the world, like we're looking at a pie chart. But if we start to consider not just how many there are, but how much they weigh, the story gets even more interesting. Take Antarctica as an example. Its portion of the global collection of meteorites looks smaller when we focus on weight, because the average meteorite found there is quite light, only about 2 ounces, which is about as heavy as a small candy bar. That's a curious comparison, isn't it? But when we turn our attention to the Sahara, things change a lot. The meteorites found there come in a range of sizes, making the average weight jump to about a pound. Looking closer at the journey these space rocks have taken, it's fascinating to realize that only a tiny slice, around 1.8%, of all cataloged meteorites were actually seen falling to Earth. These are known as falls, and they cause quite a stir among meteorite enthusiasts, often called meteoriticists. On the flip side, a whopping 98% of meteorites are stumbled upon by chance, by people who had no clue they were coming. These are called finds. Among the meteorites that have been witnessed as they arrive, most are stony meteorites, which are pretty standard in the meteorite world. But there are also special ones called iron meteorites, or irons, made mostly of metal. And then there are the really rare types like mesositerites and pallasites, which are unusual mixes of metal and stone. In places with lots of people, like North America, you're more likely to come across iron meteorites. This is because they're bigger and easier to spot, so they hardly go unnoticed. Farmers, for example, often find these big metal meteorites while working their land. As a result, finding large iron meteorites in different parts of the world, including China, Namibia, and the United States, really makes them stand out in the overall picture of where meteorites are found. As we go further into understanding meteorite falls and finds, we move to the icy and mystical lands of Antarctica, where the stories of these space visitors unfold amidst ice and cold. The sounds of silence. Imagine a team of daring scientists trekking through the frozen wilderness of Antarctica on a quest to uncover new meteorites. Their adventure pays off when they discover a significant meteorite weighing 17 pounds, which is quite large for such objects. Interestingly, meteorites land on our planet more frequently than we might realize, with about 17 of them reaching the Earth's surface daily. However, due to the vast amounts of water and uninhabited land, many of these space occurrences go unnoticed. The meteorites that enter our atmosphere tend to be small, similar to pebbles racing towards the ground. They become significantly smaller as they travel through the atmosphere, losing mass due to the intense heat caused by friction. Yet not all impacts from space are minor or without consequence. History has shown that massive impacts have left significant marks on our planet. For instance, it's widely believed that a colossal asteroid was responsible for the extinction of the dinosaurs. These random space impacts have been a part of Earth's history for ages. Scientists have even found evidence of a meteorite impact larger than the one that doomed the dinosaurs, occurring around 250 million years ago. This event, which created a 300-mile-wide crater beneath the ice of East Antarctica in the Wilkes Land region, might have triggered the largest extinction event on Earth. It's thought to have initiated the breakup of the Gondwana supercontinent, which included present-day South America, Africa, Antarctica, and Australia, leading to significant geological shifts like moving Australia northward. The impact in Wilkes Land had a more profound effect on our planet than the asteroid that eliminated the dinosaurs, marking a pivotal moment in Earth's history. Now let's talk about the Hoba meteorite, a gigantic space rock that landed in Namibia about 880,000 years ago. This meteorite is the largest found so far, weighing twice as much as any other known meteorite, and has a unique flat shape, adding to its fascination. Since its dramatic arrival, it hasn't moved, leaving us to wonder how deep it might be buried. Experts speculate that it might have skimmed across the Earth's surface upon impact, similar to a stone skipping across water due to its angled approach. This smooth landing meant it didn't create a large crater as expected. Its discovery was purely accidental. A farmer hit it with his plow while working the field, causing a loud screech against this iron behemoth. Another intriguing celestial visitor is the Mbozi meteorite in Tanzania, which has been sitting quietly underground for centuries until scientists took an interest. The locals cherish this space gem, affectionately naming it Kimondo. It has been a source of fascination for many generations. Like other meteorites, Mbozi is rich in iron and nickel and weighs about 25 tons. Then there's the El Chaco meteorite, part of the Campo del Cielo meteorite group in Argentina. Imagine a vast area, almost 24 square miles, dotted with space rocks. El Chaco, tipping the scales at 37 tons, made its spectacular entrance in 1969, joining the area's impressive collection. So, if you come across a rock and wonder if it's from space, how can you tell it apart from an ordinary Earth rock? Meteorites have distinct features. They're usually denser than they appear, containing heavy metals. They also have metallic iron, making them magnetic. To test this, you could hang a magnet on a string near the rock. Additionally, their shapes and surfaces are unique. Iron-nickel meteorites have specific uneven shapes, while stony meteorites may have a thin, glass-like crust that looks slightly melted, similar to the top of a well-cooked pizza. If you're still unsure, remember that meteorites don't have light-colored crystals like quartz, common in Earth rocks, but not in space. They also don't have the bubbly holes that volcanic rocks have or look like melted metal slag. Scratching them won't leave a noticeable mark, unlike dense Earth rocks, which might leave a dark or red streak, showing the presence of minerals like magnetite or hematite, rare in meteorites. The icy expanse of Antarctica not only hides secrets beneath its surface, but also stands as a witness to the cosmic events that have shaped our planet over the eons. Cosmic clues beneath the ice. In Antarctica, scientists mainly focus on research. They enjoy observing local animals like cute penguins, seals, and sometimes whales. The continent is mostly filled with scientists from around the world who drill through the thick ice to study old air samples and learn how the atmosphere cleans itself. They've made a deep hole, 450 feet down, using a special drill. The ice they study can be up to 800,000 years old, giving hints about past climates, much like tree rings do, but more complex. After drilling, dropping a piece of ice into the hole made strange sounds, like being in a spaceship amid crashing asteroids. The falling ice block made sounds from high to low pitches, ending in a deep, regular beat, almost like a heartbeat. The researchers didn't know what was beneath or why it sounded like this. They found out that Antarctica has many volcanoes under its ice, possibly the most anywhere. They came across big cone-shaped structures deep in the ice, some as tall as 3,000 feet, but the ice surface stayed smooth. It's a small chance, but the ice might have fallen into a volcano. Finding these hidden volcanoes was by accident, and it's unlikely they were drilling right above one. Their work usually aims to study ancient climates by examining ice cores for things like dust, air bubbles, and volcanic ash. This helps them understand past weather patterns, much like how amber traps ancient bugs. They're especially interested in if the western Antarctic ice melted in warmer times before, which could mean rising sea levels in the future. However, they're careful about drawing conclusions. Studying ice samples can vary in time from a week to a year based on the findings. Researchers either crush or melt the ice gradually to examine ancient air bubbles trapped within, similar to analyzing tree rings for age. They perform this task in a vacuum to prevent contamination, capturing the air in vials for study. The process requires meticulous care in clean rooms to avoid damaging the sensitive samples, with scientists donning full bodysuits and multiple gloves to prevent contamination from something as small as a fingerprint. They search for patterns indicating changes in atmospheric composition and temperature. The unique sounds made by dropping ice blocks down a hole are explained by the Doppler effect, which occurs when the frequency of a wave changes for an observer moving relative to the source. This effect, applicable to sound, water, and light waves, was observed when sound waves bounced within the drilled tube, creating distinctive noises. For perspective, the ice block was dropped 450 feet down, a fraction compared to human-made holes like the Kola super-deep borehole in Russia, the deepest at over 40,000 feet, yet only a surface scratch in geological terms. Drilling ceased in 1992 due to unexpected high temperatures. This hole represents humanity's deepest venture towards the Earth's center, with reports of workers hearing unexplained voices from its depths. In Yemen, the Barhout Well, also known as the Well of Hell, adds mystery with its ancient origins and depth of up to 650 feet. Local legends warn of bad luck and claim it's a prison for spirits. Despite eerie sounds reported from within, scientists believe its limited ventilation and oxygen levels make habitation unlikely. Unlike man-made holes, its origins and true nature remain subjects of speculation and caution among locals. In March 2016, researchers captured unusual low-pitched sounds in the Mariana Trench's Challenger Deep, using a special titanium microphone to withstand the extreme pressure. Over several weeks, they recorded these mysterious noises, including some screeches, amid the common sounds of whales, ships, and earthquakes. However, the source of these unique sounds, whether natural or man-made, and their impact on marine life, remains unknown. The ocean's noise levels are estimated to be 10 times higher than 50 years ago due to advancements in technology, making it increasingly loud. The Northern Lights, known for their visual spectacle, also produce sounds like popping and crackling when they are most intense. Researchers discovered these noises originate just 230 feet above ground, caused by electrical charges energized during magnetic storms that activate the auroras. These charges release tiny sparks, creating the subtle sounds. Antarctica, despite its allure with polar bears and the aurora borealis, is not a tourist hotspot due to its remote, icy, and fragile environment. It's one of the least visited places, largely uninhabited and expensive to travel to. The Antarctic Treaty protects its delicate ecosystem by limiting human activity and ensuring it remains a place for peaceful purposes and scientific research. This treaty aims to preserve Antarctica's unique environment from potential harm caused by human presence and technology. Heading to Antarctica isn't straightforward. For Americans, it involves filling out a form for the Office of Ocean and Polar Affairs. Once there, strict rules apply to ensure environmental protection. No disturbing wildlife or taking anything home. Living in Antarctica? There's no rule against it, but it's extremely harsh and isolated. Temperatures can drop to 76 degrees, and it's over 1,000 miles to the nearest land, making survival tough without the right gear and skills. For now, visiting Antarctica remains a distant dream for most, so we admire it from a distance. Antarctica was unknown to ancient civilizations, with Greek philosophers only speculating about a land called Antarctos, meaning opposite the bear, referring to constellations visible in the northern hemisphere. Early explorers, like whalers and sealers in the 1700s and 1800s, faced the perils of ice and treacherous seas south of Cape Horn. Captain James Cook was the first to cross the Antarctic Circle in 1773, hinting at land further south without seeing it directly. The first confirmed sighting was by Captain Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen in 1820, and the first landing occurred in 1895 at Cape Adare. Despite its icy expanse, Antarctica is technically a desert, the driest place on Earth, with an average rainfall of just over 0.4 inches in the last 30 years. It challenges our typical desert imagery, proving that deserts are defined not by sand and heat, but by minimal precipitation. If you ever end up in Antarctica, don't worry about getting thirsty, but definitely pack warm clothes because it's extremely cold. Antarctica stands out for being the driest, coldest, windiest, and highest continent. Figuring out the time in Antarctica is confusing because there's no specific time zone there. Since all the lines of longitude converge at the South Pole, scientists and researchers use the time zone of the country they came from. This can make coordinating with international stations quite tricky, especially to avoid calling someone in the middle of their night. Despite the harsh conditions, life thrives in Antarctica. The continent is bustling with krill, which attract seals and numerous penguins. Penguins, especially, are skilled swimmers and come ashore primarily to breed. They're known for their efficient huddling for warmth, and the emperor penguin stands out as the largest species capable of impressive jumps. Seals also flourish in the cold Southern Ocean, protected by international agreements. Whales are another highlight, arriving in large numbers during the summer to feed on krill. Antarctica, while covered in ice and hosting a diverse array of wildlife, is technically a desert due to its low rainfall. This continent is full of surprises, from its unique environmental conditions to the vibrant life it supports both on its icy surface and in the surrounding ocean waters. As we explore the depths of Antarctica's frozen landscape, we find that it's not just a land of ice, but a repository of the Earth's climatic history and a beacon for scientific discovery. Antarctica's future. The mystery of Atlantis has captured imaginations for centuries. Could it have been real, and might it have existed on Antarctica before it became a frozen desert? This theory suggests that climate shifts, alternating between warm and cold periods, could have transformed Antarctica into a green, thriving rainforest. A recent Google Earth snapshot showing ruins under an Antarctic lake has fueled speculation that these could be remnants of Atlantis, hinting that Antarctica's icy depths may conceal more mysteries. Scientists in the 1970s uncovered large lakes beneath Antarctica's ice, with more than 400 suspected to exist. Lake Vostok, the largest, lies under 2 miles of ice, alongside stunning blue ice caves. These subglacial lakes remain liquid, warmed by Earth's core heat, with some dating back 15 million years. One of Antarctica's peculiar sights is the Blood Falls, a red waterfall discovered in 1911 by an Australian geologist. The waterfall's red hue, due to high iron content in the water, puzzled scientists until they traced it back to an underground lake rich in iron. Interestingly, Antarctica hosts an ATM, installed by Wells Fargo at the McMurdo Station in 1956. This research hub can house up to 1,000 scientists, needing to purchase daily essentials, making this ATM the most remote in the world and a record holder for its isolation. Living in Antarctica is no easy feat, given it's the coldest, driest, and windiest continent. Coastal temperatures average around 14 degrees, plunging to 71 degrees inland. Yet, this hostile environment also fosters incredible phenomena like ice bubbles. These bubbles, formed from methane released by melting glaciers, offer a glimpse of beauty amidst the extreme cold, showcasing nature's ability to dazzle even in the harshest conditions. Not long ago, scientists discovered a massive hole in an Antarctic lake as big as the Netherlands, similar in size to Lake Michigan. Known as Polynias, these large openings in the ice are common, but the one found in the Weddell Sea was exceptionally large, the biggest observed since the 1970s. They usually form along the coast, but this one was further out to sea, puzzling scientists about its formation and its impact on the local climate. There's also a feature in Antarctica that looks like it was made by humans, resembling man-made pyramids. This natural rock formation, known as a nunatak, sticks out from the ice, looking remarkably like the pyramids found elsewhere on Earth. First discovered during an expedition in the 1910s, it has sparked various theories about its origin. However, similar pyramid-shaped peaks exist worldwide, like the Matterhorn in Switzerland, confirming its natural origins. Continuing the theme of incredible finds, an artificial intelligence analysis revealed that Antarctica could hide up to 300,000 yet-to-be-discovered meteorites. Meteorites have been landing on the continent for millions of years, but it's only been about 110 years since the first one was found. Recently, a Martian meteorite was discovered in East Antarctica, the largest found in 25 years, weighing about 165 pounds. This highlights the continent's role as a frontier for unexpected discoveries. Fire and ice usually don't mix, but believe it or not, Antarctica has its own active volcano. Mount Erebus stands as the most southerly active volcano on the planet, continuously erupting with liquid magma and lava for over 1 million years. It's also the second tallest volcano in Antarctica, reaching up to 12,000 feet. Imagine Antarctica not as a frozen wasteland, but covered in a vast rainforest. This isn't from a novel, it's real history. Evidence like leaf imprints and petrified wood show that tropical trees once thrived here. Even more fascinating, Antarctica holds the record for the world's oldest worm, based on 50-million-year-old sperm fossils discovered in the region, as reported by National Geographic. This finding is crucial for understanding evolutionary links, made possible by the preservation of these samples in ice for millennia. Antarctica's wildlife is incredibly diverse, home to not just penguins and seals, but also a unique species of fish known for its transparency. This see-through fish has adapted to the icy waters by developing a transparent body and blood due to the absence of hemoglobin, the protein that colors blood red. It's an amazing example of evolution in extreme conditions. Icebergs are synonymous with Antarctica, offering some interesting tidbits. Icebergs can last up to 3,000 years, and, along with Greenland, Antarctica is a major source of the world's icebergs. They can extend up to 600 to 700 feet underwater, with about 90% of their mass hidden beneath the surface, hence the phrase, just the tip of the iceberg. NASA's exploration isn't limited to outer space. The agency also makes groundbreaking discoveries on Earth. One of their recent finds under the ice of Antarctica could redefine our understanding of Earth's water systems and might even have implications for searching for life in outer space. These discoveries in Antarctica are crucial, offering key insights into human survival and the mysteries of our planet. The mysteries of Antarctica's ice unveil tales of ancient life and cosmic phenomena, setting the stage for future explorations that could redefine our understanding of the world. The driest landscape. It's the 5th biggest continent, nearly double the size of Australia, and a unique spot for finding meteorites. With its dry conditions, over 45,000 meteorites have been collected off its icy surface, with potentially 300,000 more lying undiscovered. These meteorites stand out against the white ice, preserved for over 1 million years in this cold desert. Believe it or not, Antarctica is also home to fire beneath its ice, with 138 volcanoes found in West Antarctica alone. And while you might think of Antarctica as perpetually freezing, its coastal areas can warm up to 50 degrees F. Ever wonder what lies beneath the ice? Though Antarctica has been iced over for 34 million years, NASA's simulations have revealed a rugged landscape of valleys, plains, and mountains hidden underneath. This detailed mapping was made possible by satellites like IceSat, launched in 2003, the European Space Agency's Cryosat-2 in 2010, and IceSat-2 in 2018. These satellites, equipped with cutting-edge technology, have unveiled 2 new subglacial lakes discovered from space and adding to the mysteries locked beneath the ice. How do these hidden lakes exist beneath such thick ice? In Antarctica, the ice can be about 1.2 miles thick and even thicker in places during winter, up to 1.8 miles. Despite this, beneath the ice, there's a lot happening that we can't see with the naked eye. The massive weight of the ice causes it to flow slowly in various directions. For a long time, scientists were puzzled about how water could move under this ice. But things started to clear up in 2007, thanks to data from the IceSat satellite, which revealed a vast network of interconnected meltwater lakes under the ice streams, numbering in the hundreds. Helen Amanda Fricker, a glaciologist from Scripps Institution of Oceanography, realized that the changing heights recorded by IceSat were due to these lakes filling and draining over time, shifting the ice above. These lakes ultimately empty into the ocean, releasing massive amounts of water. A study Fricker contributed to showed one lake released about 198 billion gallons into the ocean in just 3 days. This discovery opens up many questions about nature's workings, but it's crucial for understanding how Antarctica's ice sheet will respond to a warming climate. It affects global ocean currents and sea levels. The process of these lakes filling and draining not only creates cracks in the ice, but also helps scientists understand how these activities could influence the rate at which ice moves towards the sea. This knowledge is vital for predicting how the influx of fresh water will impact marine ecosystems. This finding hints at the possibility of life beneath the ice. By drilling through 354 feet of ice, scientists discovered water samples with about 10,000 bacterial cells per milliliter in one of the lakes. This abundance of bacteria suggests that these cold waters could also be home to tiny life forms, maybe even in one of the newly found lakes. What's more, this discovery could help scientists figure out if life could exist on other planets like Mars, based on similarities with Antarctica's subglacial lakes. Antarctica is incredibly cold, holding the record for the lowest temperatures on Earth, down to 128 Celsius and even 135 degrees in 2010. These extreme temperatures, combined with strong, dry winds, make the cold feel even more intense. The ice cover in Antarctica expands dramatically, from 1.2 million square miles in summer to 7.3 million square miles in winter, maintaining its status as Earth's largest single mass of ice. Penguins are the real locals of Antarctica, as there are no native human populations. This continent is unique because it's not owned by any country, making it a land of no man. However, it's inhabited by 5 species of penguins, seals, and killer whales. Despite its harsh environment, Antarctica welcomes tourists for fishing and research, housing around 5,000 people in summer at various research stations, a number that decreases in winter. The ice of Antarctica holds 70% of the planet's fresh water. If it were to melt, global sea levels would rise by almost 200 feet, illustrating the continent's critical importance to the world's environmental health. What do you think about the new finds under the Antarctic ice? Click like, subscribe for more adventures, and share your thoughts below. How do these Antarctic discoveries change how you see our planet's past? What secrets do you think are still hidden in this big, icy place?